How do I unmute? Okay, let's see. The microphone is unmuted. Video stop.
Hey, Sabrina, can you hear me now? Karen?
Yes, yes, I can.
Okay, finally. I think I just had to, I don't know what happened. I just came in a different way. So let me see if I can undo a couple of mutes. But you can still hear me right now.
Yes, I can hear you right now.
Okay.
I can hear you.
And who's that, Jennifer?
Yeah, that's me.
Hey, Sunshine.
Hi.
I can hear you.
Okay, so if you guys want, you can put your video on, or if you don't want to be recorded, you can just keep the video off and we'll get started. All right. Whew, that was a little technical glitch that, you know, is uncomfortable. So thanks for hanging in there. Go ahead and look down at the bottom. There's a chat button. And so if at any time you guys have questions or things come up, go ahead and type them in and I'll be able to see them and hopefully answer them at some point.
My video is not working. It's saying the host has disabled it.
Oh, hello, Sabrina.
Hello.
So Jennifer, on the bottom, there's a little mute button, but there's a stop video start button.
Uh-huh.
Try that one.
Okay. Yeah, it just keeps popping up. Says you cannot start your video because it's okay. I don't need to see video. It's okay.
All right. Maybe on the replay it will be better.
Okay. No problem.
Right. And I'm going to unmute you, Mitzi. Hopefully it's working.
Oh, there it goes. Oh, now it's coming. Hi.
All right. All right, we're going to get started here. So thank you for joining the this free little 30-minute check-in and information on meditation. We will be able to have the recording for people. I am going to mute everyone just so there's no background noise. And then if you need to, again, you can come to this chat button down at the bottom if there's a question. All right, so if you haven't worked with me before, and I know tonight there's just a few of you on the live call, but there's more of you that are going to be listening to the recorded version later on in the week. So if you haven't worked with me before, and this is completely new, maybe you've seen posts on Facebook, my name is Michelle, and I'm with Achieve It. It's a company I started back in 2011. It started out as outdoor group network or outdoor group workouts, and we met out at the parks. We did a lot of you know, things outside our comfort zone, which was joining 5Ks, 10K runs. We did an Angel Island, which was a destination run in near San Francisco. We started doing small triathlons, and then we bumped up to larger triathlons, thanks to TBF and Mark and Bill, who are local in our area. And then I also started doing events like hiking Half Dome. So this year we completed our 13th hike up to Half Dome. So just like in my business, it started out very physical, very challenging, just like my life. So some of you know I was a former competitive gymnast, and everything was geared around pushing the body, driving, striving, kind of forcing, disregarding if there was an injury. It was that sort of mentality, just push through it, whatever cost. And you know, that works. You can win things at that, but at what cost? And so was fortunate enough to compete for Cal Poly in San Luis. And in my college journey, I was introduced to yoga and meditation. So I've been studying, training, and very involved in meditation over the last 20 years. And so what's so nice about my business now, even though we still have those physical events, those challenges, those things that bond us and, you know, work on the physical body, there's also an element to the business that comes over to meditation, mindfulness, and what I like to say is being in the flow of our life instead of forcing it so much. And so there's events like the Soul's Journey. Many of you have just returned home from Soul's Journey with me last week. And we have a retreat in Mexico that's rest, relax, and replenish. So a lot of mindfulness, because I know for myself, you know, the body can get injured and sick and tired. And when we're in and we practice mindfulness or we have a regular meditation practice, it allows us to connect more quickly and hopefully have some, you know, more compassion and awareness that we may need to slow down or adjust this forcing that we tend to do in our culture. So tonight is really what I really like to do, and my intention is to guide you through a meditation so you can feel what it would be like to be mindful, or just some sample meditation, which you can go back and watch and rewatch throughout the week. And then I also I'll give you more information about the 4-week program, which is a little bit of a challenge. It's a 28 days of a focus on meditation. It's called Living in Presence, which means we want to keep bringing the mind back to right here, right now, and bringing your awareness right into your body, right into your emotional body, your physical body, and being present. So that happens with, you know, practicing meditation. So that's going to be our setup for tonight. And I think the first thing we're going to do is, you know, I'm going to guide you right now into this meditation. But what I'd like you to do is get comfortable wherever you're sitting. So it's nice if you can put 2 feet on the ground, uncross the legs. It's helpful to drop the back of the hands on your lap with your palms faced up. And lifting up the spine. So often if we're kind of slunched over, we're not creating a space to have a lot of flow come in. It has to, you know, reroute with the bending of the body. So lifting up tall. And then you want to check in. So check in with yourself. And we're going to give ourselves on a scale of 1 to 10, sort of how we're feeling. So a 1 would be very calm, very peaceful. We may have things going on in our life, in our relationships with other people, but it's not really bothering us. So just very peaceful would be a 1. A 10 would be more something like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to figure out how to get this thing to work. I don't know if I'm going to be able to meditate right. What if I do it wrong? What if this isn't for me? This could be a waste of time. What about the laundry? And your mind's just going a million miles an hour. You're kind of anxious. You're breathing shallow. That would be a 10. So sometimes some of us live in that 10 all the time, and we never see a 1 or a 2, and that's fine. So there's no judgment. There's no good or bad whether you rate yourself as a 1 or a 10. It's just merely a check-in. It's just a marker, to like a scientific marker as a check-in. So just finding out where you are, if you can, in the chat. I love Sabrina already put in her 2. You want to put in the number you're feeling. Again, no judgment. If you're a 7, if you're an 8, fine. I'm feeling like I'm more about a 5, especially the way the video went all crazy crappy tonight to start out with. And then after your number, you're going to put in a little comment and then put in what you're hoping to get to after this, 4-minute meditation. So I'm going to go from, I'm starting out at a 5 and I'm hoping to get to a 2. So there's mine. So just put in where you are and then where you want to be. Love it, Doug. So glad you're with us tonight. So once you get comfortable, once you put in your numbers in the chat, go ahead and come in to your breath. You're going to breathe an inhale through your nose and then an exhale through your mouth. Again, a very deep inhale through your nose and then let it go through your mouth. Let your shoulders drop. Notice where you're holding tension. And then with your exhale, give yourself permission to let go of where you might be holding tightness. Your breath in meditation and mindfulness is one of your biggest, most powerful tools. So keep focusing on that breath, being curious about when it comes in, where does it go? Can you direct it to different parts of your body before you exhale? Keep lengthening your exhale. And our intention is calming the body. Our mind may be, agitated or different ideas pop into the mind. I don't want you to worry about that so much. That's just what the mind does. But what I'm going to ask you to do is not engage with it. So a thought comes in, you notice it, go back and focus on your breath. Just feeling it come in, watching it go out. Feeling gratitude as it comes in. It's the first thing we do when we enter in this world is we take a breath as a newborn. And then as we exhale, that's the last thing that we do. So if you're getting another inhale, just feeling your heart open with gratitude. As you find that rhythm, that peaceful rhythm of going in and out. I want you to take a deeper breath now. And at the top of your breath, you're going to hold your breath. You suspend it. And notice where your shoulders might tense up. Can you hold your breath and find some calmness in your body while you're holding your breath? And then exhale. We're going to try that one more time. So take a really deep inhale. Hold and suspend the breath. Do a check-in. Where can you relax the body but hold the breath? And then let it go. Again, inhale. Hold. Hold and relax the body. Exhale. One more time. In breath. And hold. Make your adjustments in the body. Relax, but continue holding. And then let it go. So keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Finding a rhythm that feels comfortable to you. So you may not hold it as long. It's just going to be a peaceful rocking back and forth with your unique rhythm of breathing in and out. Keep allowing yourself to become more calm. And then I want you to notice this gap between your inhale and then right before you take your exhale, there's a little gap. I want you to notice that gap. And then there's another one as you complete the exhale. Before you start to inhale again, there's another gap. So I want you to breathe back and forth in and out and pausing at that gap for a second or two. Go ahead and take one more practice round. And then gently opening your eyes. And just notice what's going on in your body. If you feel any different than when you started. And again, it's not like you're doing anything wrong. It's a check-in. So if you can come back over to the group chat and type in your new number. And just noticing how you are. And it's true. So you could have started out at a 3 or 4, and doing this quiet calming could bump it up. And it's very often that coming into the quiet can bring anxiety sometimes and some agitation. And so we'll talk more about that through our series. Again, nothing wrong. Right now, throughout this whole next week, I want you to be really aware of where you are. And if at any point in time you can just stop in the middle of your day, when you think like you're kind of ramping up maybe to an agitated state, just give yourself 2 to 3 minutes to practice that breath where you're focusing on the inhale through your nose and the exhale through your mouth. And then doing that long pause before you exhale. And then the third one we did tonight was an inhale and focus on that gap. So those are 3 very simple, just breathing with awareness exercises that you can do. And see if that can calm or bring you more into a focused state, more grounded, more present. I know some of you on the call, I can see Karen Weckers on there, and a couple people who've been with me that have done meditation in the past. You know what, I've done meditation for a lot of years, and what I really like about these programs is when someone else is holding the space, when someone else is leading how long the meditation will be, because I can just stay focused in the breath. So just something to think about. If you're one of those who's always self-generating, how nice it is to have someone else hold the space and hold the time as we do this next 4-week challenge. So a little bit about the Living in Presence Challenge. This is the beautiful little flyer that you probably have all seen on Facebook, or you got the email. I wanted to give a little bit of background about what this program is. So for the next 4 Sundays, between 4 and 5 p.m., I'll be hosting this live format. So if you can get on live and be on it right there with me, that's great. That would be your regular time. And as we're trying to formulate a habit of meditation, coming together at the same time is really beneficial, you know. But we have to remember, we all have different lives. We all have things going on. If that doesn't work for you, the beauty of technology is that you can watch this recording when it may be more convenient for you. And so maybe Sunday night before you go to bed is more convenient. And that's going to be your designated time to watch the video for the next 4 weeks. So what are we going to talk about in these next 4 weeks? If you look on the flyer, the first week we're going to be talking about what gets in the way of us formulating, setting up a mindful meditation practice. We'll talk about all the distractions, the things that the biggest mistake people make is they think it has to be this big production and you have to meditate for 20 minutes or an hour and you have to sit still. And we'll just talk about that mind that gets in the way that's so critical, and perfectionism, that, you know, it is very simple to just wake up in the morning, and when you open your eyes, be in gratitude and practice the breath work that we did just here. And that can be as simple as 1 minute or 2 minutes. And maybe that's where you start with formulating a meditation practice. So we'll be talking about that very first week. And I'll also be giving you assignments and little things to try throughout the week. It's going to be a lot about you getting to know your body, your habits, and what's going on with you. So the second week, we'll be talking about different ways to meditate. So we'll give you some different options. Sometimes it's not always, easy to sit still. Oftentimes we have to move our emotions and either scream in the car, scream in the room, dance around, throw something, anything to get that released from the emotional body before we can ground and center. So on Sunday the 6th, we'll be talking about different ways to meditate. The third week, our focus will be on the power of a daily practice. And I'm hoping by that time, with all the assignments and little things that I can give you through the week, that you'll start to feel that importance of having just one simple little daily thing that brings you back to yourself. And then on the fourth week, we'll really tap into understanding our spiritual wisdom source. So that's going to be a lot about, we're here as humans and we have an ego and we have like a mind that can be very demanding and we can force this. But we're going to take a look in this fourth week of this power, this source we have with God, with universal energy, with whatever it is that you call it, that you connect to, that is more than just this physical human ego mind form. There's a different power, there's a bigger power out there, and we'll talk about how to tap into that and use that. I know for me, just using that and utilizing that is so much more powerful than I can do on my own. And, over the years, tapping into that and getting quiet and calm has been, quite frankly, what's brought a lot of these programs to life. So a couple weeks ago, I got this download like, hey, people need to be guided and held and have space held for them, and something simple and just subtle that they can start to implement. And so thus this program rolled out. I don't get that information, I don't get those ideas unless I become quiet, unless I become calm, and I do it through journaling. I do it through being outside by the little creek by my house. But that's how those messages come in. And so we'll all be sharing that on the fourth week of this program. So of course, you don't have to, it's not a requirement to sign up for this, but it is an offer that I feel is really, really powerful for people. And if you're someone who is curious and really wants to move forward with meditation, this is really good for those of you who need some structure and accountability. Because I know, like myself, if left on my own, I will find something more important to do, or so my mind says. And if you are also someone who needs a specific weekly assignment, this is a perfect program for you. They're not going to be really big assignments. In fact, they're going to be kind of small. So you may judge it as, well, I need more. But what I love about meditation, or I love about any kind of goal that you're setting, whether it's in your career, your business, your home, the ones that are really powerful are the ones that are very small, have very small steps, and you just keep chiseling away. So that's how I'm formatting this, is just very small, and we're just going to keep chiseling away. We have 28 days to keep on the focus, and that's plenty of time to create a habit. This is also great for someone who is really into exploring something that may be helping with their internal connection, their curiosity about this connection with spirit, themselves, self-esteem, self-love. And it's also for someone who's committed to self-improvement. So, any questions, you can type them in at the bottom, and I also just put a link here. I'll do it again because it's showing that it's going to Sabrina privately, but hopefully everyone is getting this. There is a link to sign up if you feel like you want to do 30 days challenge and you want to stay with this. The complete series is $120. If you do the early bird discount by tonight, it's $99. You can access that through the link I just put on there. You can do through Venmo. I know some people are liking Venmo. I like Venmo because there's no fees. So there's my Venmo address. And then if you, I can see a couple of you like Lori and Mitzi. I know some of you guys see me during the week, and we can just work it out with cash or check too. So anyways, I would love, love, love to have you on this journey with me, because myself, I'm also kind of revamping and recommitting and getting stronger in my meditation practice. And I'm just going to take you guys along with me. All right, so go ahead and bring your hands to heart center. We'll close out tonight with a nice deep collective inhale. And on the exhale, you can bow forward and namaste. All right, guys. Thanks for being here tonight. And again, if you have questions, contact me privately. And hopefully we'll see you next Sunday. Bye.